Anna thinks if she sings the intro song, then that's my cue. I didn't know that. So she sang the intro song and then she went, I'm like, oh, okay. Hi. Good morning. How are we doing today? If you are brand spanking new here, welcome. If you are a repeat offender here on our channel, then welcome back. We're so glad that you're here. Today is a live stream talking about the do's and don'ts, mistakes you might be making, and a little tutorial on how to make a really great, super simple doormat. Now these, oh my goodness, can they be complicated? They can be very intricate. They can have multiple different colors, multiple different fonts, so many different styles, layers of paint. You can really go quite nuts with this. But if you're relatively new to the DIY doormat game, then we have a great list of do's and don'ts and tips and tricks and links and all that good stuff for you guys. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Jen said, I'm definitely a repeat offender. Hello, Jen. Hello, Christina. Hi, Kat. Good morning. I feel like I haven't been live in forever. I feel like it's been a while. I'll let some more people trickle in so we can keep talking. The weather here in East Tennessee, chef's kiss. It's in like the mid to late 40s, mid to high 40s in the mornings. And then it's like 73, 74 by the evening. Okay, 74, sunny with a slight breeze. If somewhere in the world is that year round, I'll move there. I love this weather that we have. I even don't mind the cold mornings. I really don't. Anyways, the weather here is absolutely gorgeous. I hope the weather there is doing well for you guys. Wow, Anna.
Why did it do that?
How you doing over there?
I'm doing completely fine.
You okay?
Yeah.
I
I have no idea why I did that.
Well, that's okay.
It's going to be fine.
It's fine. Anyway, supplies for this are super minimal. I also have all of them linked down below if you're interested. First is you're going to need a doormat. This is from Mainstay, so it's Walmart brand. It's an 18 by 30, very standard doormat. What is this, Anna? Hay, straw? What is this?
Cat, what is that?
Tapete.
I really don't know.
I don't know. It's the quote unquote classic doormat.
Turf? Is it turf?
I don't know what it is. That's it. We got ours at Walmart. You're going to need freezer paper because this is the quote freezer paper doormat tutorial. Although there are so many different ways to do this. Most of them involve freezer paper or some really thick cardstock. And just because everyone seems to know or seems to be searching for the freezer paper type, we're going to be using freezer paper today. She's a brand spanking new roll. Yeah, and this is wider than our mat, so we're going to have to cut it down to size anyways. Okay, 12 by 24 mat, light grip or standard grip that's been very well loved, well used. You're gonna, I don't know what you call this, I call it like a stipple, like a stippling brush. What is this, Anna?
I'm a little baffled by these comments. Kat, I feel like you know all those weird things, but Christina says it's C-O-I-R.
Coir.
What the heck is that? What is that made out of? I'm going to look it up right now.
Oh, man, I needed to put some concealer on these dark circles I've got. Excuse me. Thank you, Mother, for my dark circles. It's a stiff.
A coconut fiber. It's a natural fiber extracted from the outer husk of a coconut.
I can see that.
Okay,
I can see that.
How do we pronounce said word?
Coir.
It is. Here we go. If it will do it.
We are looking at how to pronounce confusing words in English. Some of the most mispronounced. So,
Anna.
Go away! I just need a simple. That is creepy.
Okay, whatever. It's a very flat, coarse bristle brush. We got some black paint. plate for our black paint.
Koya.
Koya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Koya.
We have some pins. Straight pins. These will be ruined by the end of your craft, so if you have prized possession type straight pins, don't use those. Okay? Don't use those. I also have a rotary, what do you call this? Rotary cutter?
A rotary blade.
A rotary cutter, rotary blade, whatever. I'm just going to cut my freezer paper off my mat with this. Mini Easy Press. Now, you cannot use butcher's paper and you cannot use wax paper because butcher's paper doesn't have any wax on it, and wax paper has wax on both sides. Freezer paper has wax on only one side, and that's what we want today. I have found that, honestly, this doesn't work phenomenal because you end up having to use straight pins anyways. But, again, this is such a, like, the freezer paper tutorial has such a cult following. I wanted to stick with that. We can do like the easiest doormat tutorial, or don't you do freezer paper anymore, here's why, or something like that later, you know, one of those clickbait titles. But literally I've done these for years. I've made these for years and years. So really it's easy. Okay. I guess I've been out of the country for too long. I didn't know Rachel changed her hair. Griselle, hi. Well, I haven't been live in, I feel like, weeks that I haven't been live. This is basically my natural color now. Anna dyed it pretty dark 2 months ago, maybe? 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something.
I've had 2 haircuts.
I've had 2 haircuts since then, yes. And it's lightened up a lot, and this pretty much is my natural color.
It's a little more red than what her natural is, but it's because that's what color does, is fade to warm.
To warm. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this or have Anna bleach my head again. Who knows? Anna sure doesn't either. Poor Anna. She can't do a thing with me. Anyways, it's a very mixed bag, Griselle, on who loves it and who hates it. And it's either one. It's not, that's fine. It's I hate that or I love that. It's a mixed bag. None of it hurts my feelings. My skin is extremely thick, okay? I've worked with the public for too long, okay? Nothing phases me, nothing hurts my feelings anymore. I think I went through all the supplies. Okay, when I say a simple design, it is a very simple design. If you guys are here and you're ready, Anna, you can switch to Design Space, and I wanted to show you just how simple of a design this is. So all that I have here is a basic shape that is the size of my doormat, which is 30 by 18. Now, the reason why I have this square here, this size, is because this is the size, actually, I think, is it not? Is it too big? Oh, I'm sorry, 11 by 7. Wow. Anyways, the reason why I have this, technically it's a stencil this size is because this is the maximum height and width that you can create for a regular Cricut machine. Now, most people have a regular Cricut machine. Most people do not have the Venture. So I wanted to appeal to the people who have the Explorer series or the Maker series, or if you have a Silhouette Cameo or a Brother Scan and Cut, those all normally cut 12 inches.
And
so,
if you only have a Joy, you're just screwed. Just do one letter at a time.
one letter at a time with the Joy. It's going to look really eclectic by the time you're done with it, and that's fine. So we just used, I say we like this was a big group effort here. I literally just used one font. The word font escaped me. This is one of the classics that we've used for years, Groovy Moves. I think it's an MGL font, honestly. It's been downloaded on this computer forever. And then I had a, what do you call it? Like a, this right here was my inspo months ago when I first decided to make this. It just says, let's stay home. So I did create that type of look just with 2 different fonts here. But the reason why I wanted to do this is because, number one, it's pretty simple. But this is going to take a while. There's a lot of insides of letters here and whatnot. But I wanted to show you, like, you can do different stuff. Like, I just did that, again, with just 2 fonts. But I want to do the webs today. Now, I was homeschooled. I'm honestly not that great at grammar. I've asked Anna. this is not like, I don't know. I don't think. Oh no, there's a baby crying.
That's Pearson.
Oh no, I hope he doesn't wake up. Oh no. You think Anna Becca hears him? Oh no.
Yeah, I think that's her.
Okay, anyway, sorry. I've got my niece Juliet today, and she does not love to take naps, so we're really hoping that she stays asleep. Anyways,
I just
don't even-
text her to make sure.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
We're talking
which
about
is-
the apostrophe, whether it's
Oh,
possessive or not,
thank
or if
you.
it's just the webs.
I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm sure those of you who are obsessed with this type of thing will chime in. I can go back and add an apostrophe with some paint and a paintbrush later if none of you are going to sleep well tonight. However, I am going to sleep like a baby tonight, whether there's an apostrophe on this or not. That being said, all I did was grab a square and make it the max amount that you can make it, which is 23.5 inches by 11.7 inches. And that is going to be our quote-unquote stencil for this. Now, all I did was size up our design, which I just made the design using a font. I sized it up, and I wanted to leave some room right here. Okay, you see this? So top, we got room. Bottom, we got room. And sides, we got room. Well, why do you want to do that? Because with a stencil, you're going to be using your stippling brush to, like, I guess, pounce, like, up and down. So you want some room here on the sides to be able to, like, pounce around here to really get the edge of that S. So you don't want to bring your design to the very edge of this stencil because then you'll have paint coming out the sides of it. So that's not what we want. So we've got some room here on all sides, top, bottom, and everything. And I think this actually fits really well for the size of doormat because a lot of people might say, well, you know, I wish that I had the venture to make a standard doormat to make it, you know, bigger. But really, you don't have to have the design from one end to the other end of the doormat. You don't have to have that. When this is on here, this is big, bold, bubbly, thick lettering. It's going to look great, even with this size. So we're going to be able to make this with our Explorer 3, and it'll be no problem at all. So I had this in here for size reference. We don't need that. This is all that we need, which is our stencil. Now, again, all I did with this after I sized it was slice it out. That's it. I did have to weld it together because I did make the a little bit smaller than the webs. So, yeah, I just sliced that. You guys know how to do all this very basic things in Design Space. I'm going to click Make It. And why is it saying without mat? Based on your layout, material must be. Why are you saying this to me? Let me have a mat. I might have to size this. Okay, how about that? Can I have a mat, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, this is all going to fit on the mat. We do not have to mirror this because we're going to be placing it the correct side down. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Because again, freezer paper has like a plastic wax coating on one side of it, and that's the side that we're going to put down on our mat. Going to click continue. There used to be a freezer paper setting. It might be wax paper now. If not, we can use like a washi tape setting or something like that. We're connecting via Bluetooth. Okay, so let's see if they have the setting. So, well, maybe if I spelled freezer correctly. Okay, no freezer. Let's try wax. Okay, so we have wax paper. So those are very, very similar materials. So we're going to leave it on the wax paper. Now, it's really important, guys, check your blade. Look at your blade, make sure she's nice and clean. There's no debris or anything on her. If you want to poke her in a little ball of tin foil to make sure she's nice and clean, please do. So we're going to leave that. That's good. Now we're going to load our freezer paper onto our mat. So I'm going to get our freezer paper. I don't know why they only at Walmart sold like literally 100 feet of it. Okay? Ridiculous. I'm going to go back over here so I can see your alls. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Christina, you're so sweet. I disagree. I cannot pull off every hairstyle. Becca can, which is infuriating. But actually, every style I've seen Anna wear, she can also rock, which is, again, infuriating.
I can't rock pink.
I didn't say color. I said style. I think it takes a certain certain person that can pull that off. Okay. This was, that's extra. I'm just going to take this, cut this off here. Oh, wow, that'd be nice if I had the, there we go. Just like that. Okay, now, we'll see if you guys can see this. Are we overhead, Anna?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a shiny side and a dull side to this, okay? You might be saying, wow, I'm so used to shiny sides and dull sides. This is gonna go shiny side down, just like iron-on, but you do not have to mirror it because the back, this is our waxy, plasticky coating that we're gonna be adhering to our mat. So we wanna lay this down like that. So we're gonna take our mat, throw it down. It does not have to be perfect, okay? Only on like 2 sides it has to be perfect. So I'm going to lay it down like this. Roll it out. Oh, this mat, it's not going to stick to this mat, I bet. We'll see. We might have to cut this a couple of times, and that's okay. Because the only other mat we have, guys, is a new mat, and I do not want to get a new mat for this. Reason being is because freezer paper is a little bit delicate, and I do not want to possibly rip my freezer paper. So we'll see how it cuts. Again, I'm not having high hopes right now. Yes, I know I just cut on the table. No one come for me. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is going to stick very well, but we'll see. We'll give it a good bray and hope for the best, but I think I might just have to recut it on a new mat. I'm going to bray the snot out of this thing. It might work if I bray it enough. Yeah, a material this delicate, you don't want to use a brand new mat or anything like that. So one of the do's, make sure it's placed on here shiny side down. One of the don'ts, don't use a very, very sticky mat. Otherwise you won't be able to get it up, because it's literally paper. You won't be able to get it up without just ripping it. Okay. Well, I don't even believe Jesus could do a better job here, so let's just see how she does. Let's load her up. I'm trying not to bend it very much at all as I carefully load it. I think I'm going to have to recut it. That's okay. We'll see how she does this round. We have 100 feet of freezer paper to work with, people. Okay. While this is cutting, probably 2-3 times, I'll go through my do's and don'ts, and then, of course, I'll be demonstrating most of them for you. Yeah, that's not sticking. It's okay. We're going to try anyways. Make sure that you use a contrasting color of paint. That is one of my do's. You don't want to use a color paint that's pretty close to your doormat color.
Uh-oh. I think Jesus could have done it. Oh, no, Rachel. Oh.
I thought this would happen.
Because we need a new mat.
I don't want to open a new one.
We have a new one and you didn't want to open
No, because if you were paying any attention, it's because it's going to be too sticky. Okay. R.I.P. Oh, jeez. I feel like I want to, like, stick this on my shirt.
Rachel.
Yes.
There is a Lauren Campbell here.
Hello,
Do you
Lauren
recognize
Campbell.
that name from MGL? She said, oh my goodness, I finally caught a live. I've been watching you both since your MGL days and can't wait to catch more of them. Rachel, your hair looks amazing. And then
Thank you.
Grizel said, join the flock, Lauren. And she said, oh, thanks, you guys. I definitely will. I need to use my Cricut way more. Tell her about our joining.
Well, first of all, There's no better way to start using your Cricut way more than to get a membership. That's kind of a really good segue. You get a membership and then you'll use your Cricut more. But yeah, we've had a sale going on for a while, Miss Lauren. First of all, welcome back. We're so glad you found us. We're glad that you're here. If you've been here since the MGL days, then you have been here a long time. You've watched us grow from little baby cricketers to what we are now, and we thank you for all of your years of support at both companies. That's very nice of you. But our sale right now is $100 off. It is a phenomenal sale. You get everything that we have to offer at Oak and Lamb for the low, low price of $100 off. If you use the code HURRY, HURRY, you can snag that deal. What's included in membership? We've got over 1,000 digital cut files, all with a free commercial use license. So if you were using a cut file to make this design, if you were using a cut file to make this project, you could make them, sell them for profit completely legally. It's amazing. We also have some great resources in there, so if you happen to be a newbie with your machine, or maybe you have had your machine for years but you didn't really get a great foundation as far as education with it, we have several free courses, completely free to members, all about mastering your machine, from what comes in the box to how to use certain materials, how to master design space, all of that good stuff. We love teaching here. We love to teach. We love to inspire. We love to encourage. We want to make you guys confident and well-rounded crafters, no matter what type of crafts you're into. It does not have to be Cricut crafts. If you love to quilt, if you love to woodwork, if you love to use UV resin, if you like to only make home decor, if you only make cards, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We want to be here to support you. We have a great Facebook group that's private, only to members, where people, oh my gosh, they come together, they ask questions, they post pictures, they lift each other up, we put prayer requests in there, and it's a great time. It's a great place to find like-minded crafters. We find that sometimes it can be a little bit lonely and isolating if you're like a person in your town that does Cricut and you're kind of passionate about it, or not just Cricut, but other things, and you're kind of alone in it. Nobody can kind of share in your victories, or they can't kind of understand your trials and errors and stuff like that. So having a community is a phenomenal way to kind of boost your inspiration and boost your confidence. That's what we're here to do. So it's myself, Anna, and Becca. Becca is also from MGL, Lauren, and so is Anna. Anna sprinkled herself in there, especially there at the end, because her talents, we just had to have them at MGL. And then when we started our own company, it wasn't even a conversation. I mean, she's the lamb in our Oak and Lamb. I'm the ampersand that holds us all together. That's what I am. I need to give credit. It wasn't Kat, I don't think. One member said that, because when we first started, they were like, well, where's Rachel's name represented? And they were like, she's the ampersand, she's the and. And I'm like, that's it, I'm the and. I glue everything together. But it's a great time over here. You definitely need to join while we're running this sale. But yeah, okay, so now let's just heat up our Easy Press. I've got it on level 2. This one looks like it's cutting great, although I'm not holding my breath that it'll come off great because it's paper on a brand new mat, which I definitely preached against.
Griselle said that she tapes her edges on old mats, so that would have been a good hack.
Well, only on this. It makes me nervous because of how thin the material is. If it was iron-on or regular vinyl or something that was a bit thicker, I probably would have done that and been totally fine.
But wouldn't it have been okay if you still had the tape on it when you put it on the mat?
Do what now?
Like
I'm talking about the middle. I'm worried about the middle, like dragging.
And moving.
Yes.
Okay.
Just where it was, it's so thin of a material. But I would absolutely, like, I'm not throwing that mat away, Griselle. Totally keeping that for vinyl and heavier cardstocks and stuff like that. Where this is so thin, and I don't know how old our blade is, to be honest with you. It might not work very well. Okay, so before I even take this off the mat, let's talk about a couple more do's and don'ts, because this is going to be helpful for you guys. So don't use small fonts. okay? Really tiny, skinny, dainty fonts on this, don't do it. All of this is going to be a stencil, so you want bigger, bolder letters and images. Definitely don't use super complicated cut files. That goes along with thin fonts. Just kind of make sure that you're using simple as far as you can. Now, again, if you're if you've done this a lot, if you're like a veteran in the area of making these, then go as detailed, as little, as thin, as complicated, as intricate as you want. But for beginners, don't. Make sure that you are paying attention to the insides of your letters. So the Webs only has 2 letters with insides. So that would be like a capital B, lowercase b, the letter E, the lowercase e, you know, like with the insides of the letters. So make sure that you are paying attention to those, because every single inside of a letter you will have to transfer over. So let's go ahead, Anna, you can go overhead.
I think you're going to have to focus the camera because it's blurry. There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get the insides of these, pop them out, just like that. And you don't have to do this because we don't need the insides. We can just peel this off. But I want to tell you what I'm talking about with the insides of those letters. But you don't have to do this step at home because this is excess and, you know, it'll just stay on the mat. So far, I have no insides of the letters, okay, until I get to the B's. Okay. Now, right here, that's what I'm talking about, the insides of the letters. Because when you make a stencil, you're not thinking about that. You just want it in Design Space. Your mind is probably like vinyl, where you're like, oh, I could just transfer this with some transfer tape. But you can't do that. You have to do this all like separate. So the insides of these B's, I will have to manually transfer to our doormat. So you do have to think about that. So those are not going to stick at all with our Easy Press, like at all, okay? So the plastic coating is really just going to hold it a little bit in place. The pins is what's going to really anchor it in there. So I'll have to pin these down and stamp around it with our brush. So make sure that your design is big, bold letters, and watch out for the insides of the letters. I'm not saying don't use them. I'm saying when you're creating your file or when you're using a file, be mindful about the insides of these letters, okay? I'll step off my soapbox now and try and peel this off. Now, we always do this if you're brand new. This is not special for this project. We always flip our mat over and remove our mat from our material, not our material from our mat. So I'm going to go snail slow here. Ugh. And it's a delicate balance on not snapping your mat when you're doing this. But literally, like, the pieces here are so thin. So just be very careful. Now I'm going to get a tool here and just slide it under here. Just like that, just to kind of loosen that up from the mat. And this is actually removing fairly well. This is a light grip mat. I know I mentioned not a new mat, but it's not like I reached for a standard grip, okay? I reached for a light grip mat. Like, look how thin this is. See that? Come on. You just got to be so careful here. If you don't end up ripping this, it's 1,000 wonders. Now, guys, I've had some mats that I've literally had to cut out 6 times. So don't feel discouraged if you end up having to cut this out several times. It's okay. Totally normal to have to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave the insides of my bees on the mat so I know which one's the top and which one's the bottom. And I'm going to set that to the side and go grab my mat and bring her in. I'm going to shake off in the floor any of that excess because, guys, I know we're literally using them, but I do not love the texture of this mat. And that's okay. Okay, I'm going to pop this off.
I don't know how to zoom that camera out any so that it's not quite as
tight.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Am I centered-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just tell me, Anna, when we're zoomed out, okay?
Here, I'll just give it that.
Oh, okay.
Buddy.
Okay. Oh, they're going to get to see me climb on this chair.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to go way far out, okay, guys?
Just for the, yeah.
All right.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Anytime. Anytime.
So much better.
So much. Do I need to pull the table towards me?
Yes.
Tell me when. These wheels.
There you go.
How's that?
Yeah, and then push your mat up about 2 inches. There you go.
Oh, phenomenal.
Fantastic.
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 Okay. So, get this as centered as you want. One of the good things about this is
you want.
get it as centered as you want. Anna, don't make fun of my verbiage. Get it as centered. If you think I'm getting out of measuring tape, you're high as a kite. If you think I'm getting out, if you think I'm measuring this, I want what you're smoking, okay?
That right side is definitely higher than the left.
I don't care what you say.
Okay.
I'm going to cut that little snippet off there. Okay, what'd you say? What's higher than what?
The right side's higher than the left.
So I need to bring this down?
No, I'd move it up a little bit because the top looks higher.
How's that? Tell me, Anna.
That's good.
You tell me.
That's better.
Do I look good?
The left side needs to go up a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah. There you go.
I like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take us an old Teflon sheet, okay? An old Teflon sheet, or maybe two. I'm going to do one, okay? And I'm going to heat this up in sections because I don't, what is all over this? Glitter? Becca! The killer. Okay. Because the insides of these, okay, I don't want to get them like hung up on my easy press. Not about that life. So I'm just going to cover like half of this. Just a smidge. And you're just going to heat it, okay? Now again, this is not going to be just the best thing you've ever seen. It's not like it's going to glue it down and it's just going to be great. But what the plastic's going to do is, or the wax, what is on this? Plastic or wax? It's something that melts and then adheres. I think it's plasticky wax. I don't know.
Know if contact paper would work for the stencil.
Sure. Whatever you want to do, hun. If you want to do regular vinyl, be my guest. But again, same rules apply. You won't be able to use transfer tape, okay? And the reason why people use freezer paper is just because it's so inexpensive. I think that's why the trend got started, honestly, in my opinion. So, like, that's not even, like, sticking. But what we mainly want to do is get it not curly. Anna, what is your deal over there?
Why is it not sticking?
Well, it could be the Teflon sheet, too. But when we get our straight pins, that's fine. But you guys can use, like I said, regular vinyl. You can use, like she said, contact paper. Ooh, I'll tell you what would be good, too, is to go to the Dollar Tree and use some of the, what is it? What's at the Dollar Tree? That stuff that lines your cabinets that's sticky. Is that contact paper?
That's kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So it's stuck up here.
Now it's crooked again.
Okay, where?
Left needs to go up. A little more. Yeah,
How's that?
that's better.
Okay. So now I'm going to pin this side, and then we'll heat that side and pin that side. And when I tell you there's no rhyme or reason to these pins, the only thing you want to really pay attention to is the edges, like right here. So I'm going to put like 2 here, like that. See? 2 there. I'll probably put 2 in here. Okay, let's talk about paint. So a lot of people, I mentioned doing a contrasting color of paint, which I hope makes sense as to why. You definitely want it to stand out. But
Griselle says you need direct heat.
that's what I've got, Griselle.
No, I think without the Teflon.
I can try. Anywho, what was I saying?
The contrast paint.
Thank you, Anna.
You're welcome.
Some people use spray paint for this. Some people use that. Oh, what's it called? It's not Billy Mays, but it's like Billy Mays, but he's dead. What is it? It's like Flex Seal. Some people use like the Flex Seal stuff, like the canned rubber.
That's what Christina says she uses.
Yes, some people use that. Whatever you want to use. Again, there's just so many different ways to do this. You know, you don't have to use freezer paper. You don't have to use contact paper. Again, I think people use freezer paper, or it started the trend just because it's so cheap. Again, you get 100 feet. I think I paid like $5 for this, honestly. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about some more. Oh, this flat paintbrush is very important. I wrote these down, so that's what I'm doing is I'm looking over and checking. But the flat paintbrush is very important. You definitely want a flat brush. You don't want like a rounded bottom brush. It's a lot easier to use a flat brush. Also stiff. You want to make sure your brushes are super stiff. We're just pinning it up, pinning it up. Okay, she said direct heat. I feel like something is cooking. It's that coconut. The coconut.
You're burning the nut.
I'm burning the nuts, Anna. I'm burning the nuts.
Is it working?
I think it's working better.
Fun fact, I've never made one of these.
Anna, you never have?
Never.
This feels to me like it's so up your alley.
I know. I want one for my front porch.
Well, I should have made it the lambs.
You should have. Except for you need one too.
Except for I need one too. Anna, we've got to order my ornaments for my tree. I don't know what to get.
I know. We'll sit down.
I swear I would do it myself, but I don't know what to get.
No, I want to do it.
Not like you all don't have enough to worry about, but
We'll do it after the live.
now don't bother Becca about it. Becca definitely
I
has
don't want
enough to
Becca's
worry about
opinion
it.
Anyway.
Okay. We're going to make sure that she knows that's not what I said.
I'm sure that she could guess that that was me.
Well, you never know. You never know. Have you guys, those of you watching, have you guys already ordered your Christmas stuff this year, decor-wise for your house? Are you going to order new stuff? Are you going to use what you got? Tell me. I want to know.
I ordered my stocking tags today, and
Can't believe you don't make those.
well,
You're a crafter.
no. So I wanted like double-sided, really big, fluffy velvet bows,
Uh-huh.
which I could have sewn, like made the pocket, sewn it, done it, whatever.
Right.
But I paid $14 for it. Already had a clip on it, and they're massive. And so then I'm gonna put an embroidered initial at the tip of the bows, or the little leggies of the bow. But I don't know if I'm gonna try to add anything to my tree this year or not.
Like leave it as is?
Well, last year the tree was pretty fantastic. I did add some different ribbon. I added some green plaid and it was like a chartreusey plaid and an emerald green velvet ribbons to it.
Sounds pretty.
But most of mine's red anyway. So I really don't know what I'm going to do this year. I do need a new tree. So I think that may be the expense this year is the new tree.
Are you going to get a Kings of Christmas?
I've been looking it up, and so I want the Alpine 10-foot slim.
Okay.
So
Is that what I have?
You have the Douglas.
Oh.
Anyway, which I want to see your Douglas. It's here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I
She's in the
just
garage.
can't justify. So it's $600 for unlit, and it's $1,300 for a pre-lit.
Mine was not that expensive.
No, so
You
I
have
don't
more
know.
expensive taste. Well, we know you have more expensive taste than they.
No, but I mean, like the regular tree, I just can't justify $600 worth of pre-lit lights. So I may have to shop around a little bit. I may go to Lowe's and Home Depot and Hobby Lobby and see what they've got.
One of yours is up.
Mine?
Yeah, here.
You sure it's not Juliet?
No, I'm not sure it's not Juliet. Okay. We can add more pins if we need. I only need one hand gloved because sometimes as I'm just going to, okay, it's not a pouncer, but I'm going to say pouncing, okay? So for the duration of this live, when I say pouncing, I'm talking about going up and down, which is another do, is to go up and down. Anyways, I'm going to dump some paint on a plate here. This is just premium acrylic paint. This is Deco Art. I've literally used this type of paint for a decade. Who is that?
I think that's Chapman.
Turd. Okay. So you can go heavy in the middle, right? But you want to go light on the sides, close to your edges. So I got about, I just dunked it in there, tapped it on the sides. This flat brush is going to be great. You want a nice stiff brush, okay? We'll start up here at the T. Start in the center, go to the edges. Up and down. Up and down is all that I'm doing.
Kim, I'm not afraid of heights whatsoever. And so the 10 foot to hang the lights would not be a problem for me. Because I also.
And I'm not trying to be rude. Who's scared of 10 feet up? 10 feet.
Well, some people are a lot shorter than us, Rachel.
Oh, you got me there.
Anyway, so I would have to decorate the tree whether I'm putting lights on it or not. So, bless you, Rachel. My gosh.
Thank you.
They're saying it looks high on the right, and I've told her that like 3 times. But
No, guys,
it's
listen.
fine. It is what it is.
Ain't no reason in telling me this now. Okay.
She said that was Juliet, and now there's another one up. I'm going to murder all of your all's kids. She doesn't actually mean that.
I think it's about time that Becca had a shift up there.
Now, they said some people are terrified of 10 feet, that I'm young still. They did it for years, not anymore. Heights are terrible for me. Here's the deal. I mean, like, I'm practically 6 feet tall anyway, so there's that. But I do slims, and so they're really, really, really skinny up at the top. So you don't have to be up there long.
You don't have to be up there long. Get a slim tree if you're scared of heights, guys.
Yeah.
Is that Becca? Oh, no. Okay. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going up and down using this. My hand as a brace if I need it, but the pins are doing a phenomenal job. Get in there. I'm pressing pretty hard down, especially not on the edges, to really get that black saturated in there. And the good thing about this is when you get the stencil all done and you pull it up, if you see like patches that need some more black, you can go in with a smaller brush and just make those a little bit deeper in color. But right now, the name of the game is get some decently crisp edges on your mat. Okay, we talked about using pins to reinforce your paper. Yeah, so another don't is what I just mentioned. Let's not go light on the paint, okay? So you want to go pretty heavy on the paint. Now, again, you can do that later. You don't have to do that now if you're worried about getting those good edges. Going up and down and being heavier in the middle and lighter on the edges will help you get those good crisp edges. Okay. Now, let's talk about the question we get on almost every project that we make ever is, do you need to seal this? We get those questions all the time with literally everything. A lot of people will take like a polyacrylic and seal this, or just a clear sealer and seal this. If you want to seal it, be my guest. Now the thing is, these are definitely meant to be seasonal, okay? This type of mat is not phenomenal for long-term use. It's pretty seasonal. So the way that I like to say it is, by the time that you're ready to get rid of it, it's ready to be thrown away, pretty much. Just because, they don't last forever. The paint's not in deep the fibers of the mat, so it's gonna fade, especially if it's out in the sunlight. If it gets a lot of traction or a lot of, how do you say that? If
Traffic.
It's traffic. Thank you, Anna. If it's got a lot of traffic, it's gonna fade a little bit more. It's an outdoor rug. What do you expect, So you're more than welcome to put a coat of sealer on this, but in my personal opinion, don't waste your sealer on that.
Even the ones that I have bought that are pre-done have a shelf life.
Oh, 100%, Anna.
Yeah.
It's not like you're making this and it's going to last forever because it's DIY, or it lasts less time because it's DIY. I think you make an excellent point. Any that you buy in my opinion, that are this material, this straw, coconut, whatever material, it doesn't last very long. But honestly, this is just something fun and relaxing. It's not a difficult project. It's not like, if it's not like, oh, well, if there's paint here that's not supposed to be, the project is ruined. It's going outside. People are quite literally wiping their nasty feet on it. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. This makes a great gift if you have some friends that are getting married or something like that. This makes a really cute engagement or wedding gift for their new last name, or if someone's buying a house, welcome to your new home or whatever. If someone's having a baby, you can put welcome new baby, or you can put the baby's name, or you can make it say new baby boy with blue. Again, since these are seasonal, you can make them kind of niche, okay? And I'm just pouncing away. What are y'all saying? Pouncing. Yes, Patty. You need a measuring tape. Grizel, we don't have those here. Sorry. We don't have those here, Grizel. We don't have those. Although I think I could break one out if you bring me a cookie.
Oh, we could do a lot for one of those cookies.
The list is long for what we'll do for one of those cookies, Grizel. I haven't had just an excellent cookie in a while, honestly. Even the crumble ones sometimes
lack the luster.
Because
they're not made with love like Grizel's are.
They're not. Those teenagers who are paid by the hour do not pour love into those crumble cookies. Also, Anna, I didn't love that bundt cake.
I didn't like that one.
And if you guys are wondering what we're talking about, it's Nothing Bundt Cake is the brand. Apparently, it's a hot brand around here. I've liked some of them. It's just not a phenomenal cake. Not for the price, for sure. It's not a phenomenal cake, in my opinion. And I know what people are going to say. You're so picky with your cakes, Rachel. I swear I'm not. You will not believe the amount of times where I'm like, do you know what I want right now? A Food City cake. I want a Walmart cake. I want a simple buttercream. Oh, my. Excuse me, sir.
Oopsie.
Excuse me, sir. I want a simple cake with buttercream frosting that's just going to do the job, okay? Speaking of doing the job.
I don't think those bees are going to be too fantastic.
You don't think, Anna?
No, I think that one up moved a little bit.
Which one?
Well, we'll find out. Grizel, you don't have grandkids yet, do you? Can you imagine Grizel with grandkids, Rachel?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. They will literally be the most
grandkid?
rotten children ever, and it would be fantastic.
Are you taking applications?
I mean, I'll take them up to her and let my kids be her grandkids.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
She'll now that she's retired, she can keep them and make them cookies all the time.
Oh.
And
Is that my child?
no, Juliet's up there, and then she woke Chapman and Palmer up.
What, crying?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Stupendous. Surprised she's not crying over Becca being up there.
Oh, she says she's crying.
Right, like currently?
Yes. Says she's being whiny.
Well, she is quite dramatic.
That's a girl.
Amen. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I could not have a girl. The Lord knew what he was doing. I wanted a girl, too. Wanted one. Had a smidge of disappointment in my heart when I found out Charlie was going to be a boy. And my goodness, did the Lord know what he was doing.
I'm going to tell you that I could probably take another 8 boys before I took another girl.
Amen. Preach it, Anna. And people with only girls are like, I would die before I had a boy. And I'm like,
No.
you don't even know. You don't know. Okay. So I'm leaving my brush and my paint because when I take this off, like I can already see right here on the E, like there's some spots. What I'm going to do is grab another small brush, cut the bristles to where it's nice and flat, and I can make adjustments. So what I'm going to do first is take out all of my pins. I'm going to take off my glove first because I think there's some pins I can salvage. Guys, look how sweaty my hands are. Listen, I'm a sweaty person.
God.
Like this one, fine. This one's fine.
Becca says she's a nice lady, Rachel.
Who?
Becca is. Becca said that she is a nice lady.
Did I say she's not? Oh, because no, Becca, you could be the Pope. I'm saying that Juliet doesn't know you well. I'm not saying that you're a monster and she should be afraid of you. I'm saying because she doesn't have one of her inner circle people up there.
Yes, Grizel. So she says she has 5 boys and 1 girl. Which was easier? The boys, yes.
Listen, and I don't say this as again, because I have Charlie. I'm not saying this like to degrade. Boys are very simple-minded. When they get upset, it's easier, usually.
They don't like stay mad at you and have that
No.
look of I want to shank you all the
No,
time.
they're not deep thinkers, usually, okay? There'll be those few that are. But I don't think that there's no way that girls are easier than boys. There's just no way.
Palmer can literally stay emotional and mad at me for something for like a day.
Boys,
an entire day.
Literally, if Charlie's mad at me, I can flash him a popsicle and he'll be like, oh, it's just what I needed.
Thanks,
Like,
Mom.
yeah, thanks, Mom. They just
Here,
don't.
have a booger.
Yeah,
Best
exactly.
Day ever.
Listen, boys are something else, let me tell you. Okay?
And Chapman loves his mama.
Ooh. Ooh, them mama's boys. Okay, I'm plucking the ones off that are not salvageable or the ones that I just don't want to salvage. I'm going to pull this up. Throw those away. Throw that away for show. Move that out of the way for Miss Becca. Hopefully she won't be too mad at me.
Grizel, don't tell me that.
What?
She said my daughter is an adult now. It hasn't changed. And mine is a Latina girl too. So fantastic. We've got lots of sass here.
I could tell you that Palmer's going to be sassy forever. I could tell you that.
Jesus.
The sass runs deep, Anna. With girls in general. Let alone girls with a little spunk in their blood. And that girl's got spunk, let me tell you.
I mean, I thought I had spunk.
She's got
Nothing
some spunk.
compares.
No.
Nothing.
No. Okay. So now we get to just touch her up, and then we're good to go. So we'll touch her up wherever we see, wherever we want to. Now, again, I'm very close to the project, literally, like physically. So I can't see every little bit that needs to be touched. So, and this is where y'all can be picky, you know. Sometimes, like you can see, I started with the T and I ended with the S. Look how much more heavy-handed I was at the S than the T.
And well, you had more paint on your brush by then too.
Oh, that's true, Anna. And up here, I was a little nervous. You get nervous, then you get used to it, and you just start, you know. But
I feel like I'm gonna have to make one of these now.
oh, after you made fun of me for 30 minutes about it.
Oh no, mine's gonna be way better than this.
What is wrong with you? Why do you have to be this way towards me? Do you not love me?
I told you I wasn't gonna be mean.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Do you remember that? Oh, Lord.
I tried. I almost
No, you
made
didn't.
it. I did.
No, you did not
I mean,
try.
How long we been on here? Like forever. Almost an hour. I lasted almost an hour.
I guess sometimes I'm mean to you too. Honestly, we're more like sisters than friends. I guess that's just how sisters are. Well, I think she looks pretty good. I could sit here and pounce for hours and make this like the crispiest black lines ever. I don't think my bees look bad either, Anna. You were so mean to me
The
about
middle
my
of that
bees.
right one on the top is a little wonky, Rach.
They're both angled the same direction. People are wiping their feet on this.
That's true. That is true.
Why are you being this way to me? I like my doormat.
It's beautiful.
I'm being treated like a doormat right now. It's very fitting for the project, isn't it? Oh, my belly's moving the table. Yeah, I like this. I could keep going forever and ever. I mean, I'll probably stop now because we're about to hit an hour and Becca probably needs someone to save her life up there.
All those children have not been asleep enough. Every last one of them.
Is mine up?
No. But Palmer evidently threw her pasty out. So Becca said she plugged it back on there and told her to go back to bed. And Chapman, I guess, probably never was in bed. But
Thank you, Daisy. Daisy said it looks really good.
so I saw a comment earlier that Lauren said that they live in their RV, and all of us are huge campers. I am gonna. She said, "How old is your daughter?" She said that they are a girl parent, and
First of all, we'll be praying for you.
yeah, right. But we just actually got back from camping
This past
Sunday,
weekend. Yeah.
and I have a 20-month-old and well, gosh, no, he's
He's
22 months.
He's
22
pretty much two, Anna.
yeah, 22-month-old and a 14-month-old that I had to do naps in the camper with, and it was quite the fiasco. How do you do naps in your RV? I bet you have a huge one since you're living in it, though, and ours is tiny, 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 tiny.
How's she looking, Anna?
She's looking good.
How cute. See, guys, if you layer this too, if you did like a red or an orange plaid, like behind it, that would be super cute. A pop of color would be good. Oh, Anna, I needed you to approve these porch trees for Christmas.
Oh, good.
I just want one, though, over by the outlet.
Depends on how big it is, Rachel, because your snake plant is entirely too small for the area you put it in.
Yeah. Okay. I can keep, and I like this. You can keep just, poking on it. I got one of these adhesive brushes. We got these from Harbor Freight, guys, for literally like $3 for like 15 of them. They're disposable. They're supposed to be. So, Anna, flip her to the other screen.
So good.
Can you?
Yep, right there. Perfect. Perfect.
Right here.
Yeah.
I'll be like one of those people holding the signs. Oh, yeah. Doormats are easy. Doormats are simple. They don't have to be scary. No one commented that I got my nails done. No one commented that I had my nails done this whole time. And I never have my nails done. So thanks a lot, guys. Also, this doesn't look that crooked.
It
right?
is a little.
I said it doesn't look.
Do you want me to measure it?
I'm not doing lives with you anymore.
I love you.
I'm only doing lives with Becca.
I guarantee it's at least 1/4 to 3/16 of an inch.
Do you want me to
off.
tell you how much I care?
I know.
It is.
I know. It's going to be okay, Rachel.
I know it's going to be okay. I'm happy. I'm fine. Are you fine?
Yeah, I just got to pee.
On that note, thank you all. I had a great time. Make yourself.
Kat said she noticed your nails and wanted to know why you chose black.
I had to match my heart, Kat. I got to get them done. I'm actually getting them taken off tomorrow.
What?
I'm going to go in there and be like, take these off, please. And I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried. I'm throwing this away, too. I tried my hardest to do it, and I can't.
You look so much more like a girl with your nails.
Maybe that's not what I'm going for.
Okay.
I know I have pretty masculine hands. I can't, so it's normal to go like every 2 weeks to get your nails done. Would you say so, Anna? Every 2 weeks?
That's what I do.
That's very normal, but my nails grow so fast. They are so overgrown at 2 weeks. I can barely put my own contacts in. I cannot stand when my nails are long at all. If I hold my hands up to my face and I can see my nail, I want to see nothing. If I see my nail, it's too long, and I can see every one of my nails. They're way too long.
Can I just talk about how we've gone from screenshotting all these nail designs that you wanted last week to
That was 2 weeks ago. I'd already had these.
I know, but you were going to be excited about getting nail designs.
Well, then
So we're taking them back off.
Then they grew out another week, and now I'm sitting here and I'm dying. Okay? I can't do it. Every 2 weeks. Yes, Griselle, if you're an avid nail getter doner, you can quote that for me.
And I was going to say, that's a good...
If you're an avid nail getter doner, you usually go every other week. You'll make your appointment for every other week. Mine are so overgrown, and I'm not paying to do it once a week. I'm not paying that because it's like $40 for me, okay? And that's like before a tip. And of course, I'm going to tip the people that are sitting there having to work on these man hands, okay? I am not paying that much money, or I'm not making my husband pay that much money because I don't care how you slice it, because I don't end up be like, you made Jason buy it. I'm not making him pay for that either. That is ridiculous. So I'm just probably not going to get my nails done. Yes.
How much does he spend a week on dip?
I'm too scared to do the math. I would say a week. Oh, a week. I would say $40. I'd say $40 a week. Yeah, he literally
On a cancer-inducing bad
he
something.
spits $40 worth of dip a week. Such a nasty habit. So gross.
We could have $40 nails.
It's so nasty. You know, when we got together, he said he didn't dip anymore. That's strike on you, Jason. Strike on you. I'll start talking bad about him now that we've been married for
A whole year and a
a
half.
whole year and a half. I'll be like, he lied to me when we met. No, actually,
Mine and Mark's anniversary is today.
no, it is not. Is it?
8 whole years.
Happy anniversary,
Thanks, Rachel. You didn't even
Anna.
make me cupcakes.
I had no idea. Oh, gosh. Two of my favorite people. I love Marky and I love Anna. That is precious. 8 years. Does it feel like it's been 8 years?
Sometimes it feels like a lifetime.
Well,
Yeah.
you all are already old people who just want to buy bird houses or bird feeders with cameras and watch.
That is
And
correct.
you just want to sit on your porch drinking coffee and watch birds. like
Also
you're both are
correct.
65.
But
which
now
I
I'm
think,
chasing 2 one-year-olds.
I think it's precious. The season of life that we are all in, I can throw out us all. I think we are all in an absolutely incredible season of life.
Where I just want to wear sweatpants and comfy shoes and don't care about what anybody says about me.
That's all I do,
You know?
Anna. You could flip that switch.
Yeah.
That, what is it? I'm not going to say the
Yeah.
word, but that I don't give a crap switch
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
switch that you got to flip. You flip that switch, it's a good switch to flip,
Mine's
I'm
been
telling you.
flipped.
Mine's flipped. Thank you, Lexapro.
I know. Kat said after Friday and Saturday, I'm glad you're still married.
Hey,
It's
Scott.
so true.
Happy anniversary, Anna. We should have been talking about that earlier.
It's okay.
Well, I don't want Anna to pee on herself. Thank you guys so much. Make yourself a doormat. Today's Tuesday. Oh, Thursday's your live, Anna. Your trucker hat live.
Yeah.
Yeah, be here Thursday, 11:30, to watch Anna make some really cute, super trendy.
Where we will be using tape measures.
I will flip you off on camera. I love you all. Have a great day.